Alright, so on a slew of short games I wanted to get through, this was technically on the list. I don't know how short it was. I forgot to check how long to beat it was. But essentially, I wanted to get through some short games, and this was on the list for what I was making my way through from the list of the games I wanted to get through that was short enough to kind of get through. This was a game that I saw when it first came out, I think, or during the year that it came out. Saw on a streamer who played it, and I was just like, oh, that's a really funny looking game with a weird gimmick or theme to it. And so I was just latching on to getting a copy of this game eventually someday during that year of when it was out and about. And I think that it took many years later that I got my hands on this game. I think I might have gotten it through a Humble Choice or a Humble Bundle or something like that. I can't remember exactly. But yeah, it's been a while since I had this game in my library, and I just thought, why not just start playing it now, since I was kind of wanting to get through another game that's kind of like a reading, I think. I don't know if there's audio, really. I don't know if the audio is being read throughout the whole game, but yeah, it's kind of a visual novel style thing, noir style thing, so yeah. Anyways, the game we're playing today is Chicken Police Painted Red. But it's not really... Painted Red is just an additive, but technically it's just Chicken Police, which is what the game is called, essentially. But yeah, welcome to a Let's Play of Chicken Police. I have no clue beyond what the characters look like. I only know that, and I only know what kind of genre this game is and what kind of style it's partaking in, which is the noir style. I don't know if there was a second game that was coming out. I believe that I remember there was Chicken Police 2 somewhere in time, but I'm not too sure about that at all. This is my first time playing through this. I have no clue what to expect. I haven't really played I haven't watched a Let's Play or a stream. I didn't really watch the stream with full attention. I only watched like parts of the stream with the streamer just talking or reading the dialogue off for the viewers and stuff. So I don't know if there's voicing or not, from what I remember or not. But yeah. Anyways, let's get into the options here and the extras. See what we got here. The video, very simple stuff in this particular spot. Text is normal and text speed. I think I wanted this to be fast, but I don't know why I didn't save. Advanced settings, just really not advanced, but whatever. I don't know what to say about anti-aliasing, honestly. This seems like a very low stake kind of game, so I don't think there should be that many crazy things. I turned on the music dramatically, so that I can avoid copyright music, if anything. Sound effects is lower than the voices, and that's why I'm assuming that the voices are voicing every single bit of dialogue, but I might be wrong. Controls are just that, I guess. They're just instructions, no sensitivity. Languages was the first thing I saw in the when I booted up the game for the first time, which unfortunately was not when I did the recording. So yeah. Anyways, what's extras? Achievements, art gallery, cutscenes, collectibles. Why is there collectibles? That is a noir game. Alright, whatever. Let's start the game anyways. Game save 1. -1. Dead men are heavier than broken hearts. Raymond Chandler.
I ran out to get a pack of cigarettes, but I left my wallet at home. Yeah. That's me. I'm getting old.
Sorry, the audio's lower.
My name is Sonny. Sonny Featherland. An investigator for 20 years. And once the star of the predatory division of the Clawville Police Department. One half of the legendary Chicken Police. But buying a pack of smokes is more than I can handle right now. Maybe I should just lay low. Yeah, I'll do that. The most colorful place in the wilderness. For all the gods, what bullshit. The last clucking color left this city years ago. And slowly I'll turn gray too.
Yeah, I don't know if I should read for him or not, but Chicken Police. Painted red.
Still, what do I expect? We're living in a vast experiment, and don't even notice that everything got clucked up a long time ago. We believe in this wonderland of peaceful coexistence. Wolves and sheep, chickens and hounds. Yeah, sure, why not? It's just ridiculous. The dog eats the chicken. It's in our nature. I'm not propping up the illusion anymore. 121 days, and it's over. Retirement. What could possibly go wrong?
I'll probably try to up the volume for this part of the episode. Clawville City, Rorick District, former Atlas Hotel. I'll probably turn up the volume for that particular part of the cutscene of this movie thing. But it kind of sucks that they didn't separate the audio between the movie and the...
Crap. My office lock is a piece of shit if a dame can pick it. She stood in the darkness. The light painted stripes on her body. It whispered secret little things that were never there in the first place. But she was no zebra. Reality was just a light switch away. Elizabeth or Charlotte? I was sure she'd have a sophisticated-sounding name. She had a bygone look in her eyes, older than this ancient building, and perhaps the whole city itself. Or maybe I'm just drunk. But she was the first womanly thing in my place for a long time, so I had to give her a chance.
All right. Yeah, so it is voiced. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I mean, I wasn't sure if I had to voice the guy himself or not, because Lacuna, a series that I played not long ago, that I finished, was kind of essentially everything I had to read myself, except for one of the monologue stuff. But it could be the same thing. It's just monologue is voiced, and everything else is me having to voice it myself, which kind of sucks a little bit. But yeah, I'll up the volume of the movie. I really don't know why they didn't separate the audio with the voicing and the music in the movies, quote unquote. But I guess maybe it's cheaper to just not separate the two, I guess, maybe. I have no clue. Whatever. Anyways, let's close this box. Okay, so what do we got? Typewriter?
I promised myself I'd write a novel one day.
Alright.
I don't even know what these papers are. We used to be star cops a few years ago. Tabloid press, radio interviews, and even a book series. I don't miss those days. Of course, Marty, my old partner, would disagree. He just loved the spotlight.
You know, people love the spotlight because they feel like it's easier to be recognized than to not be recognized.
The wild gentleman. Those guys rebuilt the city after the Great Fire of 867. My heroes when I was a little chick. I'm starting to think they should have left Clawville as it was, burned to the ground.
Man, this character is really, like, down in the dumps about every single thing here.
This is one of the most beautiful memories from my old life, before Molly left me and took our daughter.
What is that? Oh, wait, no. Right-click is to exit. Okay, I didn't realize. Is this him playing guitar or his daughter playing guitar? I'm confused. I can't tell what this is.
The good things in life don't last long. The best ones always leave first. I saw that in the window of a shoe store. I never understood it, or what it had to do with shoes.
Yeah, I'm confused by that.
M.B. Davis, the eternal king of jazz. The photo is from the days of jazz prohibition. I only heard the old man live one time, but I'll never forget that night. And not only because I woke up at the harbor without my gun, my badge, and my pants.
My pants. Wait, can I turn off the switch? I see a switch. Oh, I see, I can see it better now. Yeah, I don't know what to say. There's nothing much to it, I guess. Okay, we got a thing up here on the left, top left. The Notebook. The Notebook is the detective's best friend. Here you gather vital information about the case, the suspects of victims, and the locations you will visit. How does it work? Click on any text and pictures in your notebook to read the translated version in your language. Why do I have to worry about the translation of my language? Pause and read, I guess. I mean, this is probably me having to skim this as quickly as possible because I think that it's going to be a lot to read through usually. Meredith H. Marble. Yeah, it's interesting that they removed the color throughout this whole game so far, so there's only 6 locations. 9, 10, 11 locations, I guess. Wow, there's a stats. Scenes visited, 1 out of 32. Wow, there's a lot of things in this. I know there's a lot of achievements, but I'm very surprised how much there is. There's 9 for 1 page, so 9 times 2, 18, 18 plus 8 is 26, I guess. 26 people we need to talk to.
Books I'm never gonna read. Maybe nobody ever has.
I'm gonna check to see if there's anything else.
I don't see colors anymore. Only emptiness. Everything faded. I need another drink.
Damn. Honestly, I want to say that, like, if there's a reference that is,
Behind that door lies the kingdom of dirty clothes, cigarette butts, and empty bottles.
Damn. Honestly, I want to say that if there's a reference of some sort to, like, real-life things or something, I might miss it, because I'm not aware about how... Like, I don't know jazz prohibition or anything, so I don't know if that's a reference to something of sorts. I don't need the phone right now because I don't have nothing to call.
My wallet and my badge. The wallet is real. The badge ain't. Chief Bloodboil took mine.
Oh.
So I got this one out of a pack of cornflakes. Just in case.
Wait, that's an actual thing?
She doesn't seem so dangerous that I need to grab my gun, but you never know.
It says new item, I guess.
My last cigarette. You're lucky I don't have a light, pal.
And that's the thing we can pick up, I guess. Okay, so we got an inventory thing. The inventory. Here you will store all the essential items throughout this case.
Ironic, but ever since I've been on furlough, with only my fake badge sitting in my cabinet, I feel more like a cop than I ever had before. More like a Clawville cop, anyway. Oh man, I totally get you.
What?
I haven't dusted you off in a while, partner. Looks like I may be needing you now.
What? That's so random. Okay,
I wanted to travel the world when I was a kid, but I think I'm gonna end up dead in here, whether I like it or not.
Strange. Okay, I guess. Is there anything else?
I don't even know where the key is. Whatever's inside is gonna stay there forever.
Damn. Okay. Is there anything else around here that I need to look into here? I want to make sure I examine every single thing. I'm always like that, where I just like to examine everything. Again, I don't know if there's an achievement or not in this particular game for that, but anyways, let's talk to our very first character in this game. Look first, actually.
Who is this dame, anyway? And what the cluck is she doing in my apartment on New Year's Eve?
Okay, so we established a setting time of being New Year's Eve, I guess.
Let me introduce myself. My name is Deborah. Miss Deborah Ibanez.
Oh. I think Ibanez is like a play on the animal that she is. I forget what it is. What animal was it? It's similar naming. I forget what it is. Is it an Ibana? No. I might have to look it up. We'll see.
You're mistaken, ma'am.
Oh, really? Please enlighten me, Mr. Featherland.
That's his name, Featherland?
I'm not a private eye. I'd recommend Mr. Philmar Lowe instead of me. He's a nice guy.
Philmar Lowe. Philip M.
Believe me, Mr. Featherland, it's not an accident I came to you.
Oh. If you press this button, the dialogue will be skipped. Oh, my bad. I didn't think enter would actually move it forward. Then what's the way to...
Look, miss, okay. I work for the police, and I'm currently on leave. I couldn't accept private commissions even if I wanted to. Not even from a classy dame like you.
Am I that easy to read?
That's my job. But tell me, since you've invited yourself in, would you like a drink?
I don't usually drink.
Well, I've got to have one. And it'd be rude of me to drink alone. So, maybe some sherry?
That is kind of rude to make her drink, even though she says she doesn't drink. Come on. It's worse to force someone to drink than it is to say you don't drink alone. And you have to be left on code.
If you insist. But bourbon, please.
Uh-huh.
Ah, thank the wild ones. That's all I have.
Oof.
What a coincidence.
So come on, spill it from the beginning.
Wait, what? I thought you said you couldn't help her. That was another movie. Oh, maybe that's a scene that we just play out, I guess. Okay, so what we got on this lady? Personal infos. She runs errands for her employer, sophisticated lady from a particular wealthy, influential family. Impala, that's what it is. I don't know why Ibanez is... I like that they actually show you what species they are. Or tell you what species the characters are. That's really cool. That's better than me trying to figure out what the hell the species are. I feel like Ibanez is kind of a weird name that's very familiar, but I can't remember, or I can't place what Ibanez is in reference to an impala. I just can't remember what it is. Special features, pretty fragile, nothing too special. Fair enough. Nothing more, I don't think. Okay, codex. There's a new codex here. Pause and read this one. I think codex ones I'm not going to read as much, because these are additive, in a sense. Even though they're very useful for people who are wanting the world building scenario stuff. Haridi? Goddesses of creation. Okay. Codex entries found 3 out of 27. Ah. Personal information's 97? Why is there so much? And there's already a gallery entry. Okay, sure. Yeah, keep talking, I guess.
Legs that go on for days. Deep, dark eyes. Silky skin and voice. You're in big trouble, pal.
What? Why is that the information we got from that? Okay. Is there anything else? I don't think there's anything else I can examine. I don't think there's anything new that happened here. Cheap whiskey. Oh, that's new.
Every whiskey has the same color nowadays.
Gray.
At least in this price range.
Gray, black, white. That's it. Alright, more.
That's better. Now, if I understand correctly, your mistress is receiving threats. What kind of threats, exactly?
It's a very strange matter. First, there were letters. Then it came printed on a wine bottle's label, sent as a gift.
Huh.
Then carved into a brick, thrown through the window. And finally, they painted it on the wall of the house in giant red letters.
Ah, so that's what it meant by painted red. But also, why the frick do you have it printed on the wine bottle's label? That is so... That takes more money and time to freaking make happen, really. The brick I can understand, but the other stuff, what?
I think it's time to dig a little deeper. If you don't mind, I'd like to ask you some routine questions.
Please. That's why I'm here.
Oh, okay, so we have like another different menu thing for the questioning stuff for the menus. What do we got here? The victim, a lady, is the target of some strange threats. All of them are written. Okay, nothing updated, so let's keep moving. Question. Focus on what you know about the suspect or suspect. Is he or she suspicious? Concentrate on that. Detective meter, suspicious. Impressions. Impressions is suspicious. This fella is rather suspicious. John Doe. I need to concentrate on that. Focus. Suspicious. He is suspicious. I am suspicious. God, I can't. I'm getting tongue twisted with suspicious. He is suspicious. I am suspicious. Why are you suspicious? Okay. Gather impressions from the suspect. Every impression adds a new question line. A new impression. Question 1, 2, 3, 4. So many options. Dot, dot, dot. Detective meter is your best friend. It shows how well the questioning is going. Keep it to the positive side, okay? So is the positive side like the more white the meter gets, I guess? I can't tell because the UI is not descriptive enough, I think. Yeah, because it says negative is white and then black is red, so... Or, sorry. White is negative, black is positive. There we go. I don't know why I say black is red. Blah, blah, blah. I like that. Plus 100.
I must be cautious and smart. This dame seems shy, which I can use to my advantage. But I must be careful about what I say to her, or I could scare her off. Let's start gently, and when the time comes, we can go in hard.
I'm sorry, that was the Chowder's way of thinking of it. I do need to slow the text. Apparently this is the text. That's the text style I don't like, where it scrolls fast. Even though the talking is still not done yet, so... Who exactly are you, ma'am? Also, the word, this is Deborah, yeah. I found... So, shy is impression. Positive is pretty close to being more positive than normal. I must be cautious and smart. I must be cautious and smart. This dame seems shy, which I can use by my advantage, but I have to be careful about what I have to say to her, or I could scare her off. Let's start gently. Okay, so that's the thing he said earlier. That's what he said.
Who exactly are you, ma'am?
I'm not somebody important, Mr. Featherland.
You're important enough to deal with such a delicate matter, right?
I carry out the wishes of my employer, nothing more. This means simple paperwork, most of the time.
You've been thrown into deep water, sweetheart. Tell me, can you even swim?
Can you swim?
Believe me, this is just as unpleasant for me as it is for you, if not even more.
You're not very confident? Are you sure? Doubtful is the impression, okay. You're not very confident. Are you sure you're right? Tell me, which part of the city do you live in? Calavera Hills, Flowerville, maybe? So this one, the second question would be very informative. No emotion tied. But the first one is kind of to the point. And it looks like I lost positive on that, apparently. This is tough.
Tell me, which part of the city do you live in? Calavera Hills? Flowerville, maybe?
Look, I don't want to answer that. I'm here on behalf of my employer, and not on personal business.
Fair point, Deborah. Let's try a different approach.
Okay, Yeah, I got less than positive there. Oof. I guess we'll go for this. Stop playing with the frightened prey, Sunshine, and start singing. Why did you have to visit me on this particular evening? Well, this is already explained. The second question is already given. Is already a given. So.
Stop playing the frightened prey, Sunshine, and start singing.
But please, I don't like this cocky behavior. Excuse the expression.
Look, maybe it's best if we act like we never met, and you gallop out of here on your pretty long legs before I get rude. I can be rude, believe it or not.
This is a very tough gameplay, though, I think. It's very tough because I can't read what's good and what's bad.
I'm very disappointed in you, Mr. Featherland.
Happens to most people, you know.
I'm probably gonna get her to the very... Oh, that's a positive? Oh, no. Wait, what? So the more whiter it gets, the more... Okay, I'm so confused because, again, the UI is not telling me good enough. The detective meter could be better. Could have just said, like... I don't know. I don't like this meter. I just hate... I know we live by the meter in this game, but oh my god, I screwed up royally.
Tell me, do you break into strangers' homes often?
But please... I've heard you're straightforward and...
Rude?
Yes, exactly. But...
And you're galloping away from the question, ma'am. No offense, of course.
Well, what can I say? It's a racial trait. Everybody has to be good at something.
You're right about that.
I don't know about racial trait being good at something means something, but sure, I guess, whatever. Okay, so that goes back up Okay, so we need to have a full white bar. I think the tutorial could have been better if it said that the full white bar is what you want versus the full black bar, because I can't tell. What the heck was that? I just had a flicker on my screen. I think it might have been one of those weird, like usually my screen flickers if it's changing video formats, I guess I would say, but the screen just flickered on me for some weird reason. Were you born and raised in Clawville? Do you even know what you want? Why did you come to visit me? Why not your employer? Why not your employer herself? I guess I won't beat around the bush, but I do want to.
Why did you come to visit me? Why not your employer herself?
Yeah, because I want to be straightforward, as she said. She wanted me to be straightforward and quote-unquote rude, so...
My employer is Miss Natasha Katsenko. She hasn't been leaving her home lately, only if she really has to.
How so?
Miss Natasha is afraid. She's scared because of those unwanted messages, and everyone knows who she is.
So she's that kind of woman.
I don't know what you mean.
Of course you do, Deborah. Thank you, by the way. We're finally getting somewhere. We avoided the point long enough. Deborah's hiding something, no question. Let's focus on that.
Oh, Deborah's hiding something. Okay, cool. So we can get that. How did you get this address? I'm sure it's not intentional, but are you toying with me? What exactly did you expect by coming here to meet me? What did you want from me? Well, she kind of already addressed the things that she did. Like, the last two questions are redundant, I think. So I think maybe the how...
How did you get this address?
Yeah, because I want to know about that.
You know, my mistress has exceptional connections.
If they were so exceptional, she wouldn't have chosen me.
True.
Don't be so hard on yourself, Detective. You are the head of the famous chicken police. Am I right?
I'm the head? I didn't know I was the head.
Was it a raccoon with a scarred face called Zip who recommended me? He hates me.
No, Mr. Featherland. I don't know anyone like that.
Lucky for you, Deborah.
Okay. What do you exactly expect to meet me? What do you want from me? I'm not sure it's not intentional, but are you toying with me? Oh no, we're back to the neutral side. Damn it. Ugh.
What exactly did you expect by coming here to meet me?
I expected your help, just like my mistress said.
Oh, that's very nice. But have you seen this neighborhood? Have you seen this wreck called a hotel? Who were you hoping to find in a place like this?
Someone reliable.
Well, I am reliable.
And discreet.
That's right.
And thorough.
Okay, the way she's saying this is getting weirder.
No question about that.
And has a heart of gold.
How? What?
Okay, let's stop it right there.
Okay. So that gave me a +5 positive. This is too risky for me. I can't take the case. Let's pretend you never found me here, okay? Do you think you're cut out for this kind of work? Are you in some sort of jam?
Are you in some sort of jam?
Nothing of the sort. There are simply things better left unsaid.
Then you're wasting my time.
I trust your instincts. You'll manage it.
Yeah, and I have no other choice, right?
To be honest, no, Mr. Featherland. Not really.
Huh. Well, the positive went up again. Have you ever felt truly vulnerable? Don't you think this whole thing is a little suspicious? I'd say maybe this.
Don't you think this whole thing is a little suspicious?
Look, Santino. I'll explain everything.
I have no doubt about that. You look just the type, sweetheart. No offense.
I'll take that as a compliment. Or maybe I'll act like I haven't heard it.
You see, we're starting to understand each other.
Oh, that's a good positive. Wow, okay. I'm trying to make sure I can get the detective meter to reach 100%, because it seems like they want you to do it to get some truth out of Deborah. Why should you believe at all? Why should I believe... tell me, Deborah, why should I believe you at all? If you don't come clean, what's the point of all this? I think I need to not... Oh, it's hiding something. Impressions. Okay. We avoided the point long enough. Deborah is hiding something. No question. I need to not push her too hard, or else I'm going to lose all the positive again, which I kind of feel like we're talking in circles almost in a weird way. Tell me, Deborah,
Tell me, Deborah, why should I believe you at all?
Because my mistress trusts you.
Should that be enough?
If you really like what she thinks you are, then yes.
Damn, what can I say to that?
Okay.
Look, I didn't mean to back you up against the wall.
You have a way with words, sweetheart. Did you ever want to be a cop?
No, not for the world.
Smart answer.
So I kind of basically kiss up onto her, I guess. Be honest and tell me what you're afraid of.
Be honest and tell me what you're so afraid of.
You know, Mr. Featherland, my mistress's partner is Hobart Wessler. Or as most people know him...
Ibn Wessler, the Kingpin.
Ooh.
Exactly.
Feathery gods, help me.
So you get it now. The secrecy.
To put it mildly, I think I understand it all. Wessler. This little piece of the puzzle changes everything.
Honestly, those notifications really do distract me when I'm hearing these conversations. Couldn't it be weighted till after, I guess? Questions asked, 60% focus accuracy, decent cop. Oh, you can retry. Final thoughts? That's not how you do it, partner. That's how you do it, partner. Not quite like the old times, but you're still got it. The old master still remembers some tricks, eh? Important clue, the employer in Natasha's current significant other is the infamous gangster, Ibn Wessler. So I'm guessing we were supposed to get to the end of a conversation, and that's how it goes. You know what? I'm gonna leave it at that because I don't really know. Yeah, I don't really know how this works entirely per se, but I guess I will try to do that, I guess. I do want to get the focus on accuracy to be 100%, but unfortunately it's what it is. So I'm gonna continue anyways. I'll live with it. It's not gonna kill me if I don't get the right things all the way through. Ask. Okay, so these are questioning. Okay.
Why don't you take it to the police? Just go there and file a report. Photos, flashing lights, fingerprints. You know the drill. The evidence is very clear. Even a moderately talented detective could easily wrap this case up. Or just try the phone. 555-111.
Please, take a look at this.
Well, okay. Let's see.
Okay, so we need to look at that. Alright. What do we got here? Mysterious messenger, Mr. Deborah Ibanez's employer is a certain Miss Natasha Katzenko. Employer, Natasha's current significant other is the infamous gangster, Ibn Wessler. Okay, so we got a lot of clues for a lot of people. Oh, I see. Her page is shared, so that means that we get, like, characters next to each other, so it makes it easier for people to read through it, I guess. She's afraid and secretive, or she's just secretive, an outstanding actress. In any case, she told me it's true. I'm pretty sure about that. Her employer bolsters the ranks of Ibn Wessler. To put it mildly, this explains the fear of cloud of fear. Cat, female. She has remarkably green eyes, and she is definitely in trouble. So am I. So am I. Employer of Deborah, yeah. Currently the girlfriend of a notorious gangster, Ibn. Yeah, makes sense. And then Ibn, of course, of himself. Rat, good-looking, charismatic, clucking gangster. Wait, is this... Oh, Ibn, I see. He just has another Ibn in his name. One of the most well-known gangs in Clawville. Real estate mogul. Bank director? Museum owner? That's a lot of job positions that he has. Little paws on everything. Alright, cool. Can I revisit these cases? I'm wondering. Yeah, I just wonder. Greenhorn, I guess, is what I would get to have. 8 questioning points. Oh, that's interesting. So there's questioning points for statistics here. Alright, cool. Thank you guys for watching anyways. I'm gonna probably call it here for now. I need to probably look at the item though. Fine, I'll look at this before we end this, I guess.
I know Molly very well. Please note this when deciding whether or not to accept my assignment. Miss Ibanez is a trusted friend. Treat her as gentleman. N.
You know, that should have been the thing that we got first.
I felt like I'd been hit on the back of my head with a blackjack. Reality tilted. Molly. Good gods. What was her name doing there? I glanced at the opposite wall with the well-worn picture frames. Like an eternally dark hole in the wall. A missing piece. She was wearing a light silk dress and singing a lullaby. The waves caressing her beautiful long legs. Why Molly? Why now?
Mr. Featherland? Santino, are you all right?
What the hell is this supposed to mean?
I don't know anything, Mr. Santino. My mistress told me to give this to you. She said you'd understand. Don't you?
Oh, of course I understand, Miss Ibanez. I get it very well. But this case is becoming more and more confusing. It's starting to look like blackmail.
Blackmail?
Don't play innocent with me.
Oof.
But...
All right. When can I visit?
Now.
Visit? Me?
No.
Not you. Miss Katsenko.
Yeah, she's the person we need to meet. Why would we visit you? You're right there in front of us.
Oh, yes. You can find her at the Tsar Club.
Didn't you tell me she's not the social kind? That she's especially unsociable? Or does she only like loud and crowded clubs?
No, she's really not like that. But she owns the place.
Judging by the flyer, it must be a very busy club, especially on New Year's Eve, right?
I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding Miss Katsenko. But there's one small problem, Mr. Featherland.
And what is that?
Let me guess. Mr. Wessler better not know about my visit.
Exactly. How did you know?
20 years experience, ma'am. Oh, and please, call me Sonny.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Sonny.
I'll talk about the rest with Ms. Katsenko in person. A good friend of mine would be happy to take you home if you'd like.
I'd appreciate that, Sonny.
Alrighty, so that is where I'll end it. Sorry, I was trying to like end it in my head, but I was like, ugh. Natasha must know my wife Molly from somewhere, or perhaps she was a very good informant. Find out the connection. I'll find Natasha at the SAR club. What information we got here? She owns the club. Ah, okay. Places, the Tsar Club. One of the most famous nightclubs in the city. Juiciest booties and hardest fists frequent the place. So that means there's frequent fights, I guess, that breaks out. This is the guy that, Louis C. Hayworth. Rabbit. An old friend of mine. He is stuttering heavily when he talks. Louis is the owner of the reputable Atlas Hotel and a good friend of mine. At the moment, he's my landlord. It's the only two of us living in this unbelievable, enormous hotel. He's crazy about the detective stories. Interesting. Louis's number is that. So do I call him up, I guess, for that before we head out to the Tsar Club, I guess? To the Tsar Club. But anyways, that'll be it for this episode. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one on Another Video Minds, and hope you guys have a great, amazing day. Good night to everyone for watching this. Next episode, let's go ahead and continue on to this little scenario. We'll finish it up by calling. I think we need to call up the best friend to take Miss Ibanez out to wherever she needs to go, and then we need to head to the Tsar Club, I think. So that'll be the next episode, I think. Otherwise, very hard to really place my finger in this whole situation. It's kind of weird, I guess, in a way. Like, not weird in a bad way, but weird, like a neutral weird, because it's hard to know how it's hard for me to know how I feel about it so far, because there's so much things going on. I think the questionnaire kind of threw me off completely, but I will probably have to get the hang of it as I do more of it. Then I will probably feel like I know what's going on for myself, but otherwise, that's it for this episode. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Roz, out.